Another charter member of the Friday Night Thunder Radio Network is Bryan Barrett of WGNS in Murfreesboro. He joins us on the Gilly Crane hotline. He got to call a dandy tonight between Oakland and Blackman. I appreciate you being there. There probably wasn't many people there to see the game, were there? Was there?
Just one or two, Dennis.
Realistically, did you ever hear a number about how many people showed up? 7,000 maybe?
No, never heard. But, the threat of rain and a few little sprinkles here and there didn't keep folks from coming out and enjoying the ball game. But it was packed. We've seen some really good crowds this year for a lot of our local games.
Now, let me get this straight. So nobody missed because of the Coffee County Fair? Is that what you're saying?
There was one person who lives, somewhere between, Cowan and Tullahoma, somewhere out there.
Okay.
That missed.
We have that's one of the things that drives me bananas is people go to the fair and miss high school football. I don't like it. I do not like it. Big night tonight for Oakland. And that game, even though Oakland kind of got out to a little bit bigger lead, it sounded like that Blackman kept coming right to the very final whistle.
Well, that it was one of those games that you look at the score, and I think the score was a little closer than maybe the game felt. There were times when you thought momentum was going to shift, but Oakland did a good job defensively of shutting it down. And, Blackman had a couple of big plays, one an 85-yard touchdown by Adonis Otey. On a snap that was kind of over his head, he pulled it down, and the defense froze for just a second, and he was able to split down the sidelines and score a big touchdown there to cut it to 10. But, Oakland's defense really shut them down. They had two big plays for over 100 yards, and they had 200-plus yards in total offense. So a lot of that came on two plays. Most of their night was spent trying to grind it out. And penalties played a big factor in the game. There was probably 170 yards in penalties for both teams. It was just unreal.
What game are you guys doing next week, sir?
We plan to head to the Plateau, Riverdale heading up there, and I think that's going to be a big battle. If Riverdale has defeated Siegel, if they can get past Cookeville, I think that could be for third place in the region, and if not, we've got a three-way tie, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be a good game with the Warriors going up there.
Cookeville really laid the wood to Coffee County tonight, and it'll be one of those situations where it's kind of almost I don't know if it's an elimination game, but it is definitely a playoff. It is for playoff position, isn't it?
Well, Cookeville still has to play Riverdale and Siegel, some other teams too. But I'm talking about. It seems to me that the region is set up with Oakland defeating Blackman tonight. Oakland probably is going to win the region with Blackman number 2, and then you've got three teams vying for the last two spots to get into the playoffs. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it setting up here.
I agree with you.
And so if that's the case, Riverdale beat Siegel earlier in the year. So now it comes down to Riverdale, Cookeville, and then Cookeville still has Siegel left to play. And if Siegel can win that game, who knows what can happen. But right now, that's a big game next Friday, right before fall break for our Rutherford County teams too. Yeah.
Well, let's hope that it's that you get the opportunity to get in some good weather, and I guess you're probably already home, aren't you?
I'm sitting in my garage here talking to you.
Well, you always go to the garage to talk to me.
Just hanging out.
Is that?
Well, I don't want people inside to know that I'm talking on the phone to you.
I really can't blame you for that. I can't. I want to be mad, but I'm not. Buddy, take care. Have a great evening. We appreciate you talking to us, and we'll talk to you again real soon, okay?
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All righty. That is Bryan Barrett of WGNS, one of the charter members on the Friday Night Thunder Radio Network.